That hat's almost two sizes too big. That's me holding Shirley. Wasn't I young? Gad, look how young I am. That's that's Irvin there. Gwenny. There's Richie. Somebody's holding Shirley. There's Theron holding Shirley. Guess she was about 3 weeks old, I guess, from that sign. There's Richie and Gwenny holding Shirley and Irvin. Here comes Harriet out the front door. There's the two Edwards girls. I know one of them was Doris. I forget the other girl's name. There's Shirley when she's a baby. There's Myrtle. I see Myrtle's face holding Shirley. Colton Park again. That's Rose with one of the kids in the swing. Montel is pushing them now. They're in the plunge. I see Richie. Richie. That's some of Montel's tricks. Shirley again. Uh-oh. Yeah, here's the old Colton flood. 1938. I was in the hospital with Jimmy at this time. There's Montel's old car right in front of his house. This shows how the water was swirling around there. It really went up in their houses too. Odell lived just a block away from here. And the water really got up in his house. Look at that. $1938. So you know how old this film is right here. There's Rose standing in front of her house looking at the damages. Look at these old cars. Look at that old car. I bet some of these antique car clubs would sure like to have some of them old cars right now. So one of those cars could run in that water. You'd think they'd get stalled.
Like that one is.
Yeah, like that one is. Here's Montel, and this baby here is Ricky Zane. And she's the son of Barbara, Rosa's sister, the one that died. You're going to see her in a minute. There she is. That's Barbara. That's Ricky's mother. And Montel adopted him after she died. And he took Montel's name. Barbara was a very pretty girl. That's Rosa's sister. Now here's Montel's house. It used to be right beside of Odell's here on Olive. And after the flood, they needed to build a wash right here, the flood control. and his house was sitting here, and the state had to buy his house from him, and they moved it. And the house is in the process of being moved right now. You can see it moving. And they moved it over on Pear Street, and Montel bought it back for $1. There's Gwenny and Barbara and Dolores playing Ring Around a Rosie. There's Shirley with her kitty cat. She was a cute little kid, wasn't she? There she is. She's going to put on her mama's high heels. She's going to clatter down the street. There's Carl and Richie with a cowboy hat on. He wore glasses, I guess, during those days. I didn't know that. There's Dolores getting in on the picture. Shirley with her kitty cat. And that's Gordon. Did you see that was a truck there?
No, I was saying he's playing 52 pickup. That's the game they play when they flip the card.
Oh, it was a card game. Huh. I can't see who all this
Grandma
is.
and
Grandma and Rose. Picture's so poor, isn't it? This is Jewel. This is Mama's cousin, Jewel St. Cyr, and she lived in Van Nuys. Got a pretty house.
That's Myrtle and one of our dogs. There's my old guitar case. Myrtle is showing the dog the camera. That's Janice and Myrtle coming out of the front door. I don't know who took this because it sure cut off their heads. This is when Myrtle was pregnant with Betty. This was one of the Western bands I used to play with right after the war. World War II, that is. If we just had a sound of that music there, we need a Western band there. I'll show you who's who. That there is Ken Newby on the fiddle. That's me in the background with all the flowers on my shirt. We're playing at Fairmount Park. This must have been about 1946. That's Andy Banks on the microphone there. He was the MC. That's Jerry Glade on the steel guitar. This is right by the. This is a different steel guitar player. This one was blind fella. Cape. No, this was in Ontario. KFOX or something like that. That was Myrtle holding the door open for us guys to go in the studio. This here is a friend of mine, well, one of the fellows in the band. He had these miniature horses that he raised, and this is one of the colts, and nursing its mother, and the colt is about 2 foot high. You can see him pick it up. See, uh, he'll he'll pick it up. That can you imagine a guy picking up a horse? Now watch the mother come over. See, there's the mother. She wants to see what's happening to her baby. Now this is his daughter. That's Johnny. He built this stagecoach in comparison to size of the ponies, being pulled by the ponies. You see Betty, she's getting up in the steps now, getting ready to get up in the stagecoach. We rode this in a parade, and we had Betty and Johnny inside, and his daughter drove it. Johnny was, I think, about 2 years old or 3 years old, something like that. That's his daughter. I think she was about 7. That's me there, back to that. How skinny I was, and I even had a little hair yet. Now this is Betty when she was about a little over a year old. I can't remember who the little boy is and the girl that they're walking with Betty. That's Betty again. That's our dog, Rusty. Now there's Myrtle. She's carrying Johnny. She's with her sister Irene. This was Billy, Irene's son, with Betty there. The boy was later drowned. That's me with the camera with Betty there. There they are all coming out again there. Myrtle and Irene and Billy again. Now this is a little shot of me with my guitar.
Singing cowboy.
Yeah, I was one of those singing cowboys. If you could read my lips, I'm singing Home on the Range. Oh, give me a home where the buffalo roam, where the deer and the antelope play. I'm a horse. I'm horse. That was the first guitar I bought when I come home from the war, from the army. I bought that fancy suit. I gave it to Johnny. I guess he still got it. I don't know. This is a swing set I'd put up. Now there's Johnny. Betty pushing Johnny in a little go-kart or walker, whatever you want to call him. There he is. Ain't he cute? Excuse me a minute there, I had a cough. There's Johnny again. John is now Are you 38?
39.
39, and in there he's less than a year old, so you can see